Go ahead, ask me your questions. I'm happy to answer your questions. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Great. This is my first time.
Oh, welcome to the live desk. I'll just give you a brief of how this works. The Zenler live support desk runs for approximately 2 hours, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. UK time, and we answer all questions apart from tech. I try to answer as much as questions as I can, but when I feel this is getting a little technical, I will guide you towards the support.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had Julia here first. We go by as you join the session or as you would raise your hand or put a question on the chat. So I'll start with Julia, then I'll take your question, and then we had Junior and Shannon. So that's how we'll go. And a hi to everybody, whoever's
Thank
joining
you.
in. Yeah. Yes, Julia, go ahead.
Yes. So I'm preparing this big online course, and at the end of each module, I am creating quizzes and exercises and all that. And at the end of module one, I created many months ago a quiz. And now when I get into my Zenler site, I get these all quizzes and surveys will no longer be available from 1st of August, switch to new quizzes and surveys now. So I'm not sure whether that's going to affect me or not, or it refers to something else. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. If you've built any quizzes or surveys, you would have to transfer it to the new surveys and the quizzes as well. Since this is a new feature, I would suggest if you write to support@zenler.com, they would be the best to help you out in this.
Okay, so then I will have to ask technical support.
Correct. Correct.
And they will do it automatically themselves, or
You write to them and ask them what is the next steps, and they'll help you out what is to be done.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
And the surveys is a new feature, right?
Sorry?
Surveys is a new feature.
Correct. Correct. Branching surveys has been there for a while, but I think it has been upgraded now.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how do I create a survey? That's something that I've never used before. I'm curious to know more about that.
What I'll do is I'll share a
Video.
quick video with you which explains you branching surveys.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just sharing this link with you, Julia. This will help you. It's a 16-minute video and will help you to understand the branching surveys.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, Stephanie, how can I help you today?
Okay, so I participated in the first of the community, um, like the
Workshop.
workshops. And in that, they mentioned that there was going to be a community that you could be part of to experience
Correct.
that community from the inside, but I haven't been able to figure out like where that is or how to get in.
You must have received a link in the emails of the first workshop because I remember I took the first community workshop. Is it in the month of January?
No, no, much more recent.
Oh, then that's the second one, the one that was happening recently, I think in the month of April. We
Yeah.
had a series of communities happening in the month of April. I would suggest if you could write on the Facebook group and tag Kevin. He was the one who was leading the entire workshop. He'd help you out. You're a part of the Facebook group, right?
Yes.
Just tag Kevin and ask him about the communities. Otherwise, check your email as well. There is a chance that the email might have landed up maybe in spam or other spaces.
Well, I felt like I got like 1,000 emails about that series, and
Okay.
I haven't kept them all. So, okay, I will ask
Okay.
Kevin in the
Let me
Facebook
quickly
group
check. Let me quickly check. Maybe I'm able to, fetch that link for you right now. But let me just check.
because I'm assuming that's going to be a really good way to figure out how I want to set mine up to experience it from the inside, right?
Sure.
Okay. Can I ask one more question too?
Yes, please go ahead. I'm fetching the community for you, but please go ahead.
While you're doing, you can multitask. Good for you. I'm
Oh,
like,
yes.
I
I've had
can't.
a
Okay.
Yes, I've had a good habit of doing it for so
Okay.
many.
Lots
Oh,
of
Kevin, I'm
practice.
curious.
I
You can
heard
ask
someone
right
say
here.
communities in a workshop, so I thought I'd jump in.
Yes, Stephanie wanted to know the community that she can get access to as a part of the workshop.
Ah, cool. Okay, so we've there's a community that's attached to it.
Yeah.
Have you not got the link for that yet?
No, I can't figure out how to get in. I've missed
Okay,
it.
let me grab the link for you now. Have you already got it, Mummy? Or
I was on the communities page and I see three communities. One is Zenler community private, one is pro and premium communities. I was just checking which one is it
no, it's the
to
public
ensure
one.
that. Oh, it's the public one. I thought
It's
so.
Yeah, it's the public
Yes,
one. So
I've got the link.
yeah, it
Yeah.
should be on the replay page, the link for that as well for the community workshop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
If you've
haven't
got
been to
all
the
those
replay
million
yet.
emails that we keep sending out, then you've probably got you've signed up for the funnel.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it
And then I
I've
should
did
also
be.
put
the
it on the
one.
group.
Okay. I still have the email that has the replay page because I was going back into Facebook trying to find them all. It was like hard. So then when you sent the replay page, I saved the email but haven't gone to look at that yet.
Okay. Yeah, Facebook's not making it easy for us. They're deleting our videos as well after 30 days.
Oh.
And
Oh.
that's a bit of a problem. So it's not
But
just
it's
us,
nice
it's
when it's
everybody.
all in one spot.
Yeah, it really is. And we did the last session today for the community workshop. So we did a bonus session today.
Mhm.
So you'll find that going later today, stroke tomorrow morning as well.
So I'll find the link for the community that's linked to those workshops. Are there any other communities that you would recommend that I get into just to start experiencing them as a user?
No,
Just
and
that one?
see what's happening is the community workshop was our first letting people into the tutorial site community, right? That was our first getting users in, right?
Mhm.
What's happening now is now that workshop's finished, we're sort of changing the banner on it and it's going to be open for everybody to come in. Okay.
Okay, like an
So
alternative to the Facebook group.
yeah, we're sort of transitioning. We're going to
Yep.
spend the next probably 6 to 12 months transitioning into our
Yeah.
own platform. So what we've got 10,000 members in our group, right? We can't just say, right, we're shutting it down today and everybody
Yeah.
come over. It would be insane to do that. So what we're doing is we're gently saying to people, if you want to come over there instead of Facebook, then you're more than welcome, or as well as Facebook. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't think we'll ever close the Facebook group down because
Yeah.
it's such a prevalent group.
Mhm.
Facebook market it for us, right?
Yeah.
But it makes sense for us to use our own platform, and people prefer it.
Well, that's just it. I've never been in a community on the Zenler platform, and I'm about to launch one as part of a membership. So I want to understand it as a user.
100%. And
Yeah.
to be honest, pre this update, where we did the update in December, the community feature was rubbish.
Okay.
I'll be perfectly truthful about it. Rakesh knew it, everybody knew it. It just wasn't up to scratch, right? But now it's been updated. It's got a really good modern feel about it, and there's a lot of control in there. As in, you
Okay.
can ask membership questions before they come in. There's quite a few moderation tools you've got as well. They can't sit there private messaging each other. The only one that can private message is you as the admin and stuff
Oh,
like that. So there's a lot of really cool stuff about it that I really
nice.
like. It protects your members really, really well. And the best thing is nobody tells you you can't do something in your community, unlike Facebook, who's constantly
Uh,
telling us we can't do stuff.
right.
It took one of my office hours videos down the other day because they said it was explicit content. Because I had a pink background. Because I had a pink background, AI had turned around and said, this is inappropriate content in this group. It's
Oh,
insane. Facebook's gone mad, right? So, yeah, you don't get any of that in your own community. You run it the way you want to run it.
mhm.
Live and die by your own rule set.
Well, I've never had run a Facebook group, so I'm happy to just start in here, and I'm really glad to hear that you think that the community feature is great now, because then I won't get in there and be frustrated.
Yeah.
So I've just clicked the link that Manmeet put there. So I have to enter my name, email address, and make a password to join.
Yeah. This is on the tutorial site. Yeah.
and this is going to get me into a community.
Yes.
Do you have so sorry, Kevin, do you have an account on the tutorial site, Stephanie?
Oh, I don't know.
You must
Probably.
have. If you're in my funnel for the workshop, you must have.
Yeah. Like to me, I can't wrap my head around where all
So
the info
probably what you
is.
can do, Stephanie, is that you can log into the tutorial site with your own Zenler account. The Zenler account that you have with us, you can use that to log in into the tutorial site. And tutorial site is actually our education hub where you'll find all the sessions, workshops, recording, and everything that we do. So you just have to go to the sign-in page, log in with your own Zenler account, and then when you click on this link, it will automatically take you to the community to join. Then you wouldn't have to put your details once you're logged into the tutorials.
Click to from there to join the community. And then I won't have to do a new password.
No.
Okay. All right. And that will more, okay. This is really helpful because the other question that I have is, hang on, I got to go back to where I had it written down. Too many things open. Oh, I don't need you to necessarily explain this to me now, but if you could direct me to where I could find a video or information about this, I'm trying to wrap my head around what is a new student onboarding experience like. So I'm about to create a course. Well, I'm about to create a membership. So it's a bundle. It's going to have a course in it. It's going to have a community element. And I've never sold anything on Zenler before. I used to be on Kajabi. And so I'm just trying to do things like write an email that explains to people like, oh, what kind of emails might you expect? And I found all the stuff that says, oh yeah, I can turn off the Zenler automated emails and write my own. But I'm like, I don't know what to say in it because I don't understand, like, how do they get their password? And like, so what does this brand new student onboarding experience look like from a user perspective? And is there any like tutorial that shows it and any templates that already exist to explain it?
Do you want me to answer this one, Mimi?
Yes, please go ahead.
Right, I'll give you the easiest answer that there is.
Okay.
And the easiest answer that there is you need to go and explore this yourself. Okay. So everybody's site gets tweaked and twisted and done differently because there's a lot of customization you can put into your site. Right. If you want to know what your student experience is going to be like, you need to sign up yourself as a student.
Right. But I don't have anything created yet, and I have to create it first to then sign up.
100%.
So what?
So what you do is you go off and create what you think is right. Okay. So go create your course, go through all of the tabs in the course, all of the automation emails, go and check them all out. Just every button in a course, go and click, right? Firstly, you'll get familiar with it. Okay.
When you say click all the buttons in the course, what do you mean?
So when you create your course, along the top, it will have.
Oh, you mean my own course? I'm sorry, I think I meant. Okay.
So when you're creating it, there'll be there'll be like a little sub menu for your course that goes through the curriculum, the automations, and all the pages and all of that. So go through all of that one by one. Go and check it out. Make sure you've got it to the point where you go, right, I think this is done. Right, that's the easy bit. Then you make it live, okay? And then you go and set yourself up as a student. So you can either create a coupon code and do it 100% off, however you want to do it. But you actually go through the process of signing up for your own course. Right.
But do you not have a tutorial that'll at least give me a starting point so that I can get my email, like I know there's something in there that comes pre-populated with a confirmation email, but I don't feel it's clear enough about what's happening with how people are getting, how do people get their password?
I think I have another idea. Just to add to what Kevin said, I think I have another idea. If you go on the tutorial site and if you sign up for one of our workshops and courses, you will get the experience of how a student experience looks like, and maybe you can replicate that in one of your courses.
Yeah. But the thing is, you won't experience the paid aspects of it and signing up for a new account. So when you sign up for a course, right? It says, are you already an existing user or do you need to create an account? Right. And
Oh, okay. So what, hang on. What? Okay, so that happens. Like, I don't know that that
no,
happens.
you don't know that because you've not set your course live and gone through it as a student. So we don't have a
Right, but
training as such that will
okay.
walk you through those steps, right? The
That's the answer
easiest
then. There
and
is no training.
the easiest and fastest way is to just do it yourself as a student and go, right, that happens, that happens, that happens,
Yeah.
right? And you can pretty quickly work out, especially if you've been a Kajabi user before, you'll get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You'll quickly work out, right, the system emails a generalized welcome one. I don't want that. I'm going to go, how do I switch it off? Go to YouTube. How do I switch off generic welcome email on our YouTube
Yeah,
channel?
yeah. I can see all of that. Just
Yeah.
Kajabi, there was somebody, I don't even know if it was Kajabi, but somebody that produces videos showed this is what it looks like from a user perspective. I was looking for a video like that, but one doesn't exist. So I'm going to have
No.
to do it manually myself. But so this is another question. So then I sign up as a student and I do, and then I realize, okay, that's not right. That's not right. Can I just like keep deleting myself as a student and re-signing up? Because I got to go through it again once I've made changes to check it again.
You can do that, or you can add in as many if you've got other email accounts. Just keep adding yourself in as other users, and then just
If
delete
there's
them
not a
out
problem with
again.
deleting and keep deleting and adding myself though.
No,
Okay.
you get unlimited students in Zenler.
I don't have like tons of email addresses though.
No, but you can just delete yourself. Go in as an admin, delete yourself out. It will get rid of everything. It will go, you sure you want to do this? Warning, warning, and all of that stuff. Just get rid of it and then just start again.
Okay. That's what I will do. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Mate, good to see you. Gotta go.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much.
That's it for me. I might listen for a bit and then I might hop off.
Absolutely. Stay as long as you want. Yes, Junior, how can I help you?
Sure. Thank you. First of all, I would like to know, because I watched the video of the tutorial on how to add affiliates, and
Okay.
technically it's pretty much you adding the affiliate yourself, but is there a way that they can add themselves instead of me adding them?
No, at this moment, you would have to add them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my second question is, how does that work if I do have another, like I do have a Zoom account, but I would like to use the one in Zenler for webinars and things like that, or classes. So
Right.
how does that work if I have my own Zoom account? Will that create an issue? Do I have to log out of my Zoom account so I can log in into the Zenler? How does that work, please?
All right. So in Zenler, you have two options. Either you can use the Zenler enterprise account. Now, when you use the Zenler account, the only difference between using your account and Zenler account is you don't have access to the Zoom profile. So when you're using the Zenler account, you have access to the features of Zoom, but you cannot go and change profile or create a poll or do those kind of things because it's an enterprise account and everybody can't have access to it. You can have access to the features only. While you are using your own Zoom, you have access to the account level, to the support and everything else that you would require. When in Zenler, you have two options to integrate. You can integrate your own Zoom or keep using Zenler Zoom. And the features of Zenler would work as they work. There would be no difference.
Okay, so technically what I was trying to say, if I have a meeting, if I have a webinar and I, log into the Zenler Zoom account, will that open my Zoom account as well and kind of
Yes, it will.
create an issue?
Yes, it would.
Do I have to log out from my Zoom first before I go use the Zenler Zoom?
Okay, so what I'll do is I think it is what you would require is to take a look at how live area works in Zenler. Once you know how live areas works, then it is going to be easier for you to understand how does Zoom work. Because if you, like right now, I have my Zoom logged in separately, but this is a Zenler Zoom. So when I open the Zenler Zoom, it does not log me out of my own profile, is because that's a different space and this meeting opens up differently.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I would still send you a link, which is live areas in Zenler. If you watch this video, it will give you a nice idea on how the live areas in Zenler work.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I did watch technically all the tutorial on Zenler, specifically the one that say the complete guide, the one for
Okay.
hours. So I did watch those, but there are some things that I'm still a little bit
Yeah,
confused
please go ahead and share. This one is more latest. That is why I shared this with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Another one. Now I know that David said that now you created a webinar blog, so you can put your webinar. So if I have multiple webinars, because I will create multiple one for multiple days, will I be able to use the blog? Because technically, I think he said that the blog or I forgot the word he used, but they will kind of generate your time automatically. So is that how
Okay,
that works for the blogs?
can you ask your question again? Because I kind of missed your main point.
Sure. So I want to have live webinars, right? But I want to use different time and different days. I remember watching one of his tutorial talking about the live webinar, and I think that Zenler has a new feature about a block webinar, right? And in the block webinar, they will automatically change the time whenever you want them to change the time, if it's recurring or something like that, right? The first question that I have, I'm sorry, but the first question that I have in that, it says something about the student register for that will still get the email to join the live webinar, but I don't want the student that came to my previous webinar. I want new students. Can you please guide me through that?
Okay, so what I would say is if it's a free webinar and if it's open, there are two options in Zenler. One is reoccurring, where it is one date and time on a reoccurring schedule. Second is individual times that you put out in Zenler. If you put it individual times in Zenler and the same user registers at multiple times, they would get the information or the emails for the webinar multiple times. That is something that Zenler can't control if they are registering for it.
But if it's recurring, will the old one still get the email?
If it's a recurring webinar, once they register, they are practically registering for all the other sessions. So every time you're doing a webinar, they will receive it. But if you have individual times, then the email will only go to people for the time slot they selected. Though they are in the same funnel, but they will not get the emails for each webinar. They will only get it for the time slot they selected.
Okay. But it
Yeah.
has to not be recurring, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I have two other questions, if that okay. The other one is that when I log in, it takes me to the home page, right? But I don't
Right.
want my students to see the home page. These are for my leads, for prospect student, not my actual student. How can I fix that, please?
Okay, all right. I'll show it to you. 1 second.
Thank you.
There is a system in the Zenler account where you can go and select the homepage that you want to show. I'll just show it to you.
Okay.
So when you go to settings, we'll go to site first on the top. Then we will go to homepage on the left. So I have gone to site and then I've got to homepage. So when I go to homepage, you say logged out and logged in. So whichever page you select here will be visible to your logged in users, and whichever page you select here will be visible to the newer people, the logged out people.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And my last question is that when I created my course and I added the price, where is a community? When I tried to check on the community that I wanted to add, it says none. But there is a community that I
Is
created.
it published? Sometimes it happens that, we've kind of missed to hit the publish button. Maybe it's in draft only. Could you check that once?
Published. Okay, I have to check
Yeah.
whether it's published or not. Okay, okay. Perfect. Sounds great. And my last question, so I can finish, so I can give it to someone else. I think that I've never attended Facebook because tomorrow I believe there's a Facebook meeting. I've never attended Facebook meeting with Zenler before because I'm new to Zenler. How do I attend that Facebook meeting?
Oh, okay. So you just have to be on the Facebook group and it will be live streamed into the group. So just open
And
the group and see the live stream. Yeah.
okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Okay, we have Shannon. Yes, Shannon, how can I help you?
Yes, hi. Sorry about having my camera off. I've just been multitasking.
No problem.
So just quick question. I have been using my partner affiliate link for Zenler because I train teachers and a lot of them want to set up online courses. And just recently, I had someone who used my affiliate link reach out to me to say that they weren't able to edit their website. So I was under the impression that you could create your website on Zenler's free plan, but did that change?
No, as far as I'm aware of, they can create a website on Zenla's free plan. That should not be a problem. Maybe there are some of the elements that they're not able to use. Maybe they're trying a dynamic element, and that could be giving an error because dynamic elements are a part of the paid plan. So maybe that's the reason that they're getting an error. But otherwise, you could always do a website on the free plan as well.
That's what I th okay, it's interesting because she said, let me find what she said. She said that she reached out to someone at Zenler and they responded and basically said, um, okay, here we go. Please note that by default, new free plan signups do not have access to the page editor. However, as a special exception in Goodwill Gesture, we've now enabled the page editor for your new site. You should now be able to edit your pages without needing to upgrade. So she was saying that basically, like, she went to her site and when she tried to click the little pencil to edit a page, it just popped up to say you need to upgrade to Pro.
Okay, I think that might be a new feature that might be coming in. I will
Okay.
definitely take it up with support, and you can write to support@zenler.com as well. I'll definitely ask the team.
Perfect. Yeah, we've just been going back and forth saying like, what's the point of having a
Yeah.
free plan if you can't actually like do anything with it? So I just wanted to get clarification before I continue to,
Right.
send info to with my affiliate link.
Sure, you can definitely write to support@zenler.com and get a better insight because I think a few changes are happening on the tech side.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I will do that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Thank you. All right, we have Christina and we have Lyric. Hi, Lyric, how can I help you out?
Hello. Thank you. I hope it's a quick question. In an email funnel, in an automation, if I turn it live or turn it off, it says, do you want to apply this action to people who have already registered? Does that mean I've been using Zenler for years and I think I'm still really confused on this. So I have a bunch of emails set up. I want to turn one off so that anybody new that registers doesn't get that previous one. If I say apply this, so when it says, do you want to apply this action to people who have already applied? Does that mean it will still, if I click yes, will it still send? Or if I click yes, does it mean, yes, I want to turn this off for people?
Okay. So you're turning off, and that is when you're getting the message?
Every time you change it from live to off or off to live, it will
You
ask.
get that message is because when you change your sequence, there are already 30 people in your, let's say 30 people in your pipeline, right? Those 30 people might have received those 5 or 6 emails already. But when you change it and you say yes, then those 30 people will again receive that sequence if you click on yes. If you click on no, then the new sequence will only go to the newer people, or the changes that you have made will only go to the newer people, and it will not go to the older ones who are already in the funnel. Did that answer the question?
I think so. It just, the wording in it is so unclear and confusing that,
So what it means is that, do you want to apply this to current subscribers? Which means whatever change you are making, if you are removing a change, because the chances are the people can be in somewhere in the flow, right?
Yeah.
Somebody might be in the 3rd email, somebody in the 5th email. So when it says, do you want to apply to change, current subscribers, means if you are making any changes, do you want to reflect it on the current audience? Or do you only want it for the newer people who will come in, and the current audience will keep receiving emails as they were receiving? Or, that is whatever change you're making, does it go to people again in your pipeline, or
So
does it
it's
only go to fresh
talking,
people who register?
so if I click, so it's talking about whether I turn it off or on, not whether, I think I understand.
Yeah.
So when it says apply this action, it means apply the action of turning it off to the people instead of apply the action that was already there, sending it to the previous people.
Right. So what it means is the changes that you are making, which audience do you want to make it relevant for? Do you want to apply that change or that action to the current audience in the pipeline or not? That is the main question that it's asking.
Yeah, I always do want to apply that change. So
Then always click yes.
then I'll click yes. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Maybe support, maybe somebody could, if I'm this confused about it, I'm sure other people are. So do you want to turn off this email for everybody that's already in the thing? So it means I'm turning off the email instead of the action of turning it off or on, so.
Yeah, I'll definitely pass on the word.
Yeah, just those words don't make any sense in my head.
Okay.
Because my head doesn't make any sense often.
Oh, no.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, hello. Perhaps you already
Hi.
answered this in, I'm a bit late now, so I was wondering, I saw an email about the quiz thing that are going to change. Do you know what I'm talking about then?
Yes, correct.
Well, so can you just tell me a little bit about, because I have a lot of quizzes in my so what should I do with them?
Okay, I would suggest if that's a new feature that is coming in, I would request if you could write to support@zenler.com and they would help you out.
Ah, okay. So that's easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. So meanwhile, we were talking. I also got in touch with the support, and I understood Stephanie when she was asking us why was the page builder being restricted. That was one of the reasons on the tech side. So whenever you have such kind of a concern, always write to support@zenler.com, and they would always help you with the relevant answer that helps you understand what is going on the tech side, that helps you, answer your question. So if you're facing anything of such sort, write to support@zenler.com and they'll be right there to help you out. If you're watching us live on Facebook, remember this session happens every Thursday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. UK time, as long as questions last. If you have a question, you can put it in the live below the chat and I'll be happy to answer it, or use the Zoom link in the description and hop on in the room. Is there any particular question I can answer for Christina, Junior, or Lyric at this moment?
Junia,
Yeah.
when you have a webinar and then you want to run the webinar again with the same automation, right?
Yes.
Because I do this a lot.
Oh,
Sometimes I will make sure that everybody is tagged in that webinar, and then I will unenroll them all before I start bringing in new people for the next one. And that way the old people don't get any of the email automation sequence again.
so how do you do that? Because I'm brand new with Zenler, so I'm not sure how to do all that.
You make sure they're tagged, and I put the date of that webinar on their tag. So everybody in the automation, one of the automations is a tag, and then I click on students and I select them all, and in the bulk actions, I unenroll them all from the course. So they're still in my system, so they can get general emails. They're still on my list, but they will no longer be part of the course. But that also means they can't come back and rewatch it. So if you want them to be able to come back and watch a replay over and over again, that does not work. But if you want to do that, and you can also just duplicate the entire webinar for a new audience.
Okay. Is that okay if I go to one of your webinars so I can kind of see, or how you do that?
Do you want me to show Manmeet? I don't want to.
Right now, we do not prefer screen sharing because of the GDPR rules. You could always get in touch with Junior off the record and, share notes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can absolutely share the link with us as well. Everybody can learn from it, but any screen sharing can always happen after the meeting. Hi,
Junia, I'll send you a chat.
Thank you
Sure.
very much.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm good as well.
Good to see you. We just got finished our community event today after 13 lessons, so it was fantastic.
Absolutely. How
Now
much did you
I learned a lot. I actually learned about structure and some of the things. It gave me new ideas, of course, for how to do things beyond
Right.
what they showed us. But I don't envy you now because you're going to get all the community questions. So
Yeah, they have been coming in.
good.
Looking forward to all the community's questions.
Hi, quick question for you.
Oh, hi, Lorian. How are you? Good to see you after a long time. How have you been?
Good, how about you?
I'm good as well. I'm, glad to see a different background this time.
I what?
A different background. For the first time, I think you're out and you're attending, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a different
Very cool.
background from your usual.
I have a question about the new quizzes.
Oh, everybody has the same question.
Okay.
And is that the question that how to change the surveys and the quizzes? Is that the question?
No, I'm sorry, I chased people off and I didn't mean to.
Oh, no, don't worry. Please go ahead.
I went through the workshop and
Okay.
I want to create a quiz, but it's really complicated. And my question is, can I put in several different things and then add to it later, or do I need to map it all out to begin with?
Okay, so you mean the migration of the quizzes, is that so?
The interactive, the new feature?
Right.
So if I have a quiz that's going to have, I have a spreadsheet that's like 29 by 30. And
Right.
but if I start it with 4 by 30, could I add the others later? Or do I need it all done at the beginning?
Okay, I would suggest, this question can be best answered by support because they might be able to help you. So
Oh,
write to support in Zenler.com and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out with this.
okay. Have you played with the new one?
Not really.
Okay. I haven't yet either. I'll probably play with it before I check with support, but I thought I'd hop on and see.
Sure.
It's really good to see you though.
Everybody's just starting to play with it.
Yeah. They said in the workshop to start with something easy, but I didn't want to do something easy. I wanted to do something complicated. So I couldn't think of something easy that I didn't want to do to play with it first.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to see you.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi, Jen. How are you? Good to see
Hey,
you.
oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I got you. We have like 10 minutes left, right?
No, we have an hour to go.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course. Is that a question you should be asking here? If you can ask a question,
Yes,
go
I
ahead.
just want to make sure because I know it was silent when I popped on. Okay. The only thing is I'm on my phone. Is that going to be an issue?
No. Go
Share
ahead.
screen? Okay. I really got to get this done. So, and I only have like 10 minutes. So hold on. Let me just open up my thing.
Sure.
Okay. I know I can research. I've researched memberships and tiers and all of that stuff, but I just feel like I need somebody else's kind of strategic brain on what I want to do. So I'm going to just explain it to you first.
Sure.
So right now I have a bundle set up as a membership. There's two things, right? Remember my whole thing with the breath work. I do a lot of the lives. So I have the one that's great with the Zoom links. I have all of that streamlined. What I would like to do, and I don't want to complicate it. Like, I hope you can just simplify because in my brain, it feels like it's a lot and maybe it isn't. So I have the bundle. Now what I want to do is I want to tier it. So what I would like to do is I have built now, the reason why I did the membership was so I can have the accountability to build a lot of content. And so now that I have like 7 months of content, I want to take what I have and have it be a passive portal. So kind of shifting that. So I have the passive portal where if people want to learn their human design stuff, they can just go in there and there's just the one breath work a month where we're meeting together. And I want to tier the next whatever it is. So create a tier that's going to be, whatever. It has its own name, Rebel Set Lead. And that's going to be, instead of doing a whole entire yearly thing, what I wanted to do is have this be something that I am opening the launch every 3 months. So it's a quarterly open cart. We close it for the 3 months unless somebody wants to join for the year. If they join for the year, they get the 3 months for free, whatever, with my pricing. Ideally, what I'm finding with the membership now is that I'm not the work that I do. I can't have people just kind of popping in 1 month and leaving. I really am here for transformation. And so that's why I was like, I love the idea of holding people in a 3-month container. They can come, they can see if it's for them. And if they would like to move forward, they can just go on for the next 3 months. That's great, right? Or they can take that 3 months and they can upgrade to the yearly, which would be even better. So I want to tier it. So technically what we're doing inside of the higher tier would be group coaching. So I'm doing live group coaching. And then I have a masterclass, which is going to just go into the portal. So the higher tier has that other portal as well. So it's a pre-recorded masterclass that I'm doing that I just put in there every month. Live breath work is for both. And then the live coaching is just for that higher tier. So I'm kind of like looking at it as, if you want my individualized hot seat coaching, you come into the business tier, into the leadership tier where we're moving through things. And does that make sense?
Yes, it absolutely does. And I think rather than using the tier system, because tier system can get a little confusing for you, because tier system is giving access to people in the same course, but different levels. course, they get access to one course but different levels, and then it can get confusing to you that which person has access to which level. What I would suggest is create multiple courses. For example, one course for live breathworks, one course for whatever it is. So now you have 5, 6 courses, and then create 2 bundles. One bundle is for people who only want to go for a medium level program, and that medium level program can have your course 1, 3, and 5 only. Then there's a higher level bundle that has access to all 1 to 5 courses. So now you can share with people 2 or 3 links. What you can do is, not to confuse you, once you create 2 to 3 bundles, you can have a section on your homepage where the links of all the 3 bundles is mentioned. If you want to go with level 1, this is the link, that is bundle number 1. If you go to level if you want to go for level 2, this is the link, which is bundle number 2. If you want to go for this is the bundle 3, which is level 3.
Okay, so I mean, technically I only have 2 levels. I have the passive portal, which everybody gets.
So what I'm trying to say is that if you create multiple
I also want to make it just really simple in terms of my automations and all of that kind of stuff.
It would be, because what you need to then do is, when you create these 5, 6 courses, this is just for the namesake, just to add the content. You don't need to do any sales page, any pricing, any automations, anything on these individual courses. All of this will happen on your bundle. So that sales page of the bundle will have all the data about the bundle, how much courses does it have, what content does it have. The pricing plan will be on the bundle. Then the email automations will be on the bundle. So you actually just need to work twice. One for your lower level, one for your higher level. And these courses will just be there to provide access to people and segregate the access, so that any live access that is given to higher people does not go to lower people, because it is not in their bundle at all. So there is no chance they can get to it.
Now, wanted to do though, like I thought with tiers, you could do them like a, upgrade. I'm doing it one spot. So is this technically, I'm going to have 2 bundles then, correct? Tier 1, one bundle, and tier 2 would, well, not tier, whatever, bundle and bundle. And I'm having to constantly, well, I guess that would be fine. So it's very separate. Oops.
Yeah, so in any case, any overlap of a paid member or a lower paid member going to a higher strata, even, a technical glitch or anything of that sort will not make the members collide. Maybe you can slip through and put a live class in a section which has access to the lower strata of members. That will also not happen, because it's completely separate now. But the lower ones could always upgrade to the higher bundle.
I see what you're saying. And with tiers, it's one bundle, but just not everything's included. So if I do automations in the tiers, so this is very helpful actually, because what I'm seeing is that it really is 2 separate pathways.
Correct. And when you give them the option to go from bundle 1 to bundle 2, you give them a coupon code. Let's say bundle 1 was 100 and bundle 2 is 200. They've paid $100 already, but you say you'll only get a $50 discount. So now the bundle 2, which was 150, because they have bundle 1 has become.
God, okay, I think I see it. And now I'm like, because part of me, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do the automations for all this. But if it's a bundle, I'm taking the breath work that's for both breath work is for level 1 and level 2. So I have the breath work course that's bundled into both. And then in the breath work bundle, I am creating the automations for the breath work, and that will go to both because I have it in the course. But now when they sign up though, you know how the bundle like shows you all the things, would I put all of the recordings inside of the breath work course?
Yeah.
And it would all go there. And so they would see they definitely won't see a sales page or any of that kind of stuff. It's just going to show up. So when they sign up, pretty much it's going to be, right, like I have the Decondition Academy. And then within that, we have level 1.
How many courses? So when they sign up on the bundle, all they will get is the number of courses that are given to them as a part of the bundle. They will not see sales page of any of the courses.
Okay. So right, but when they get those automations where it's like you've enrolled in all these things and it does that.
When you make it live, if you don't make it live, they will only get one enrollment email that is from the bundle. if you don't make individual courses emails, if you don't put each individual course having a email, congratulations, you've signed in, they don't get anything. They get only one confirmation email from the bundle automation that you've enrolled into bundle 1, or however you may be calling it.
Even though there's other courses, they're not going to get the whole thing, that all of that.
Yeah, because they're not enabled.
Okay. So now let me ask you though, with the breath work. So if I'm going to do breath work for both, if I have it separate and I'm putting, right, so I have the bundle, if I put the breathwork recording inside of just the breathwork course, maybe that would make more sense. So it's kind of like, here's your whole embodiment breathwork portal, right? Like both are getting the embodiment. And because otherwise then I have to add it to the bundle and then I have to add it again to the bundle. So I'm doing it twice.
Right. If you add it in the course, then that course is a part of both the bundle. So whatever you add in the course will automatically update the bundle on its own.
Right. And that's where they would get access to it. So this way it's actually very clear. So when they come into my membership, when they want breathwork, they could just click on the breathwork course and all the recordings are right there instead of it being like a whole curriculum where it's masterclass and breathwork.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then this way with all of the automations, I do everything. Oh God, I feel like I have to redo everything.
That's okay. You can always hire a VA to, make it faster for you.
I mean, it's not really that much, but, and then right with the links, I'm still going to be doing the same thing with, right. That's just the Zoom. That's just my own thing though. All right. I think this is helpful. So tiers is definitely not the route for me with what I want to do. Definitely. Right. Like 100%. No.
Yes for a no.
Right.
Yeah.
Level 1, I could always put a link in there where it's like, if you're finding that you want more business support and more of the live, this is something that we do inside of Rebel Set Lead and you can join, yada, yada, yada. Right. So I set up one pricing plan for level 1. And then for level 2, like you said, if I'm doing that 3-month plan, do you think that I should do it on a subscription? Because
are you giving access for 3 months? Or it's a one-time program?
Well, so what I want to have it ongoing. So, but what I was thinking is, it's just been kind of boring for me to just like keep promoting the same thing over. And I was like, I like the idea of having like, hey, let's all start at one time. I'm opening the doors. I'm giving an amazing deal. So when you join, when I launch the 3-month, program, you're getting a great deal. Otherwise, you can join throughout the year. And this is what the cost is.
Right. I think you can absolutely do that.
And so I would just set up the payment plan. It would be $888 for 3 months. It's set up and I can let people know. I think because the thing is for me, I like to just minimize and make things easy. Like I don't want to complicate. So I'm thinking that it's probably easier what do you think? Do you think it's easier to just set up a subscription and say, this is considered a subscription because it's easier on the back end. And if you choose to cancel, that's fine. Because then if I close it, is that, or I don't know.
I think subscription is always good because it is recurring income. And second, it gives the ease to the customer to pay as they go.
Right. So if it's like, hey, listen, if you want to stay after these 3 months, you don't have to do anything. But if you don't, and you're like, I'm good, this is great, then you just go into your back office and your subscription and like, awesome. It's all good,
Yeah.
Okay. So I can do that plan. And then if I'm doing stuff where they upgrade after the 3 months, I can always apply the coupon code and they can opt into the yearly.
Absolutely.
And in terms of that, what they would have to do is cancel their subscription and then resubscribe, correct?
Correct.
Purchase it again.
Yes.
Okay. Or they could purchase and then cancel. We'll let them do that? Like if they're already...
No, because if they purchase and cancel, then the new purchase would get canceled.
Oh. So they would have to keep 3-month subscription and then upgrade.
Yes, correct.
Give them
I would suggest for this, if you could write to support@zenler.com as well, so that they give you a definite answer. And you have a clear answer to that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Yeah, I got to figure out how I want. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Maybe there's actually not as much. I'm like thinking it through. I'm thinking like how much actually for both, but I'm like, maybe it's not as much as I think because I have so much already in the level 2. So I could also just keep it as it is and not really worry about it. You know what I mean?
Right, right. You could, yeah. So it's less a headache for you as well.
Right. Like I could keep how it is right now. Actually, so what I could do is I could keep because level 2 right now, I'm moving everybody that's in to level 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the way that it is now, I'm not doing anything. And then so what I have to actually just do is just create a new bundle that's just for everything with the breath work, and that's it.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I got to figure this out. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
See you.
You too. Thank you.
I just have one clarification question. Last week, I finished creating this one-to-one booking session, which is gonna, I'm offering 2 live classes, one in July, another one in August, and just wanted to make sure that the people who will be joining for that class in July, let's say, they won't have access to the class that I'm giving in August unless they pay and they book it. Does it make
Sorry.
sense?
I would not say it doesn't make sense. It kind of slipped my head. If you could, run me through it again.
Okay. I created a one-to-one booking for a class that I'm offering in July and August. So it's the same class that I will be offering in July, and I will be offering the same class in August. And the people who will be joining the class in July and they will be paying for it, they will be in my student list, right? So the class that I'm offering in August, I don't want those people to access the class in August without paying and registering for it. So is this something that is done automatically? Is something that I may have to delete the students who have?
You're saying that people who pay for the month of July should not get the class access for the month of August. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. So you'll have to set tier system inside your course. Tier system means that if somebody is paying $100, they get access to only one part of the course. If they are paying $150, they get access to 2 parts of the course and, henceforth. So what you could do is you could create tier system in your course that if somebody pays certain amount, they only get access to July classes. If they pay another amount, they get access to August classes. So this is how you can set it up.
Right, because right now I have offer, which I think it's tier, like a donation, like people can donate the amount that they want for the class. So they choose what they want to give for the class. But it's not a class, it's a live session, like a healing session. So I will like people to book those sessions as separate things. So I don't know what it would be the best way to do it, because I was thinking, okay, maybe the people who registered in July, I will have to manually delete all of them, or you know what I mean? Because for the tire, I don't think it's applicable for my case, because I am using that for people to donate the amount that they want.
Okay, so I think if you are letting people choose the amount that they want to pay, then the tier system can become a problem. You would have to fix one amount, because tier system is that they choose from multiple prices. That is already, choosing multiple prices. So you would have to give them a fixed price or create different courses for all the months. That's the other option.
So then, for example, it's something that
otherwise what will happen is you can add multiple pricing plans, but otherwise what will happen is they will see too many boxes on the pricing section. 4 options for July, 4 options for August. and it'll become just too much and overwhelming them for them to decide what do they want.
I mean, right now I have to set it up clearly. Like you choose the amount that you want to donate for it, and these are the options, which are the tiers, so people can donate as much as they prefer. But I'm just thinking that perhaps the best way to do it is like create this once a month, and for the following month I will have to duplicate the whole thing and delete the students. Is that right?
Sorry, once again.
I mean, I have right now the setup of the whole class, and let's say I'm delivering it this month, and I want to repeat it again the following month, but I don't want to do the whole setup from scratch, from the beginning and the sales page. And
You can clone the program. You can clone the course.
So I clone the course, and then I will have to delete the students from the registers.
When you clone the course, it's a new course. Students don't get copied over.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I will have to offer just one date for July, and once it's over, duplicate the same one for August.
Right.
Okay, so we have to do it that way, because right now I'm offering already the 2 dates. Okay. Clarified. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We've had a wonderful session today and answered some amazing questions. We had a lot of new people joining in from the past few sessions. I'm able to see a lot of new people are joining in. Always remember, we do the Zenler Educational Live Desk on Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. UK time. And we always have Julia from the start to the end attending the lovely sessions. Thank you, Julia, for asking amazing questions as always.